All right, in this tutorial I'm going to demonstrate how we might divide the main acting area up into a series of equal acting areas. To begin, I want to do just a little bit of setup. So I'm here in my design layer. I'm going to go ahead and create a brand new layer. I'm going to call that layer Areas and click OK. I'm also going to set up a brand new class. I'm going to go to Classes here and give myself a new class. That class I'm going to call Drafting Aids so that I have control over whether the circles appear or not. I'm going to go ahead and make that my active class. And I'm going over to the Attributes palette. I'm going to change it now to something very visible. I'll choose bright red with no fill. So with that then ready, the Drafting Aids class selected, I'm going to grab my Circle tool. The Circle tool I'm going to use to create a circle that is 8 feet in diameter. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing my circle. I'm going to tab into the floating data bar, and I'm going to put 4 feet because that's the 4-foot radius. I'm using the radius mode. 4-foot radius then should give me an 8-foot circle. There's my 8-foot circle down there in the lower stage right corner of the stage. I'm going to switch to my selection tool. And with this circle now selected, first of all I'm going to check, it is a drafting aid, it's in my areas layer, looks good. I'm going to go now to the edit menu, I'm going to hit duplicate array. I'm using the pull down menu to select a rectangular array. The number of columns is going to be 5. The number of rows I think I need 3. And the distance between them should be 8 feet, so that'll put us edge to edge for each of these acting areas. The original object I'm going to retain and leave selected. We'll click OK. Now I have this array of circles that fill basically the main drawing room area. Some of these are not necessary. For example, this one isn't going to do me any good. It's behind the wall. This one likewise, too much of it behind the wall. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one too because the center of it is right in the fireplace. And then we'll do a couple of adjustments. I'm going to select this one and this one and this one and this one, and I'm going to use my nudge tool, that's shift arrow, to nudge it over so that it fits better in the room. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drop it down so that it touches the others, just so. I'm going to do the same up here. I'm going to grab this one and this one and this one, and I'm just going to nudge them down into the room just a little bit. Okay, and that should give me now all of those areas. Now, with these in a particular class, I can go ahead and make them invisible. So I'm going to go ahead and select something else. I'm going to make none my active layer. And I'm going to go up to my drafting aids and make it invisible. There they are. Okay, so I can toggle that on and off. So there they are, visible again. I'm going to go ahead now over to my Spotlight tool set. I'm looking for the Focus Point tool. Here it is. I'll select that. Now I'm going to start over here on stage left and work left to right to create labels for each of these areas. So I'll click right in the center once. I'm going to change the label name to A and click OK. I'm going to go now to the second one. B is automatically populated, and I'll click OK. And we'll go ahead and do that for each of these, just centering those on each of those areas until I have these area markers for each area of my set. So there they are, A through L. I can go back now to the Drafting Aids tool and switch those off, and that leaves me just with these focus point markers that will show me each of the areas for my stage. We're focusing on this center area because these other areas will all be covered with specials. We really only need to label with areas, those areas where we want even lighting for the majority of the show. And so that would be these 12 areas. Okay, that's it. That's how you might do that. And we're done.